Topic of today is what's going on to find a job. How do I have to do to get a job once I finish school? Because that's the main and the big question for everybody. It was also for me. I mean, now that I finished school and school it's over and I don't have anymore that type of life and I am thrown out in reality, in the real world, what's going to happen to me, to my future? Am I really going to become a car designer? Do I really have the opportunity to find a job? And most of all, how do I do to get a job, to search for a job? So today's topic is about all those things, okay? The main topic is really how to find a job once we finish school. We have our portfolio, okay? We have our portfolio, we're ready to go. But what do we do? And meanwhile, I read few of the new comments just came in. So Shubham, Ciao, Venkat, Ishan, Signation. Yeah, all my friends are back. That's cool. 25 now. Hello. Ciao to all of you. So, first of all, we have to go in order, okay? Unless we're going to get confused and we don't understand. So, as I said before, I've got a whole series of information to give you. I wrote it down. I really thought very, how can I say, very carefully about the right order of each argument so that it will be very, very logic for you to understand what we're talking about. And of course, we will have our question time. I will be there to try to answer to all your questions. Okay, that's no problem. Hi, Malay. Ciao. Hey, Damian. Signation, you're not late. Don't worry. We just started since, I tell you, 8 minutes. Okay? If you take away 5 minutes of my beautiful introduction with a beautiful lady and the helicopter sound, we are still around the 4 minutes, 5 minutes live. Okay? Hey, Sied. Ciao. Ciao, Sied. Okay, so first of all, this is in reality a list that I called do and don't do things, which means there are things that you have to do, you have to try, you have to think about it, how to really work out certain types of actions, okay, to do. And there are some other things that you really don't want to do, okay? So I will talk about both so that you guys don't get confused, all right? Anish, I am talking about your topic, okay? All right? So you are forgiven because you are a little bit late, but don't worry, I'm just starting. Okay, so Anish, just for you that you just came in, all right? This is the list of the things that I will be talking today in order to answer to your question, which was how do I do once I finish school to find a job? I mean, this is it's great because your question was also my question, everybody's question. You know, when we went out of school, we had our portfolio. We really didn't know what to do, but be careful. In reality, you know what to do. It's just that you're scared, and maybe you are not so sure that what you have in mind is the right thing to do. So this design talk is dedicated to all those aspects. And as I said before, it's called do and don't do things. Okay. So we're going to talk about things that you have to do, you have to try, we have to organize, you have to think how to do it. It has to be really well thought out. And there are a few things that you should not do. Or at least if you want to do them anyway, you have to know the risk you run in doing that. Because some people make those mistakes and that can be really, really bad. Okay. Because don't forget, after all, it's your reputation. Once you go out there, you present something to somebody, or just even an email or a text of an email to somebody, that's your reputation. And if you make a big mistake, it's finished. Even if you think that they are human, they will understand. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. All right. So the beginning is that you have your portfolio. You finish school. Okay, let's imagine. Okay, I know that some of you are still in school, and some still did not enter in school, not yet. But maybe some of you are the last year, and therefore they are ready to go out. They get their diploma, they will get their bachelor, and they will be extremely happy. Champagne, you make the nice photo that I see on Facebook with everybody with the thing on the lift on your head, your girlfriend, your parents, with your degree, and everybody's very happy saying, I am a car designer. I saw a lot of people writing, I am a car designer, finally I am a car designer. Gantavaya, ciao. But in reality, you are not a car designer yet. So this is one thing you have to understand, you have to assume. You are not a car designer yet. Because in order to be a car designer, you must get a job into a car design studio. You just have a diploma, a bachelor, okay? Okay, Malay is on the last year. Okay, cool. So listen to me very carefully. All right? So what is important, what is very important, to which you have to dedicate a lot of time, it's your portfolio. And even if you finish school and your portfolio, you believe your portfolio is finished because the school is over, your portfolio was put together, you go in school, you present your portfolio to your teacher, and you get also a note on your portfolio, in the whole portfolio. That's at least how it was in my school, okay, my time. The thing is that still you need to optimize that portfolio. But let's suppose that your portfolio is optimized. And let's suppose that your portfolio is really good. As I say many times, if you have a knockout portfolio, 50% of the problem has been already taken care, already solved. Because the most important part, your creativity, your skills, what you have to offer is there. And everybody will see it because your portfolio is a knockout portfolio. It's a very good portfolio. The hardest part only begins after school, right? Yes, Anish, that's what I'm talking about. So, but there are other people that still need to work, whether on the way they talk, whether the way they should really make the storytelling for each project to make sure they don't make mistake when they will present it. So your portfolio, even though the school is over, still needs a little bit of tune-up. Now, let's suppose that your portfolio it's ready. Okay? In that case, with your portfolio ready, you can go to the next step, which is all the things I will tell you now. But just in case your portfolio is not ready because you realize, or because maybe a classmate or a teacher told you, hey, be careful because your portfolio, you have two projects are weak and those are hurting your portfolio. You go, because as I say always, don't forget that you will be remembered thanks to your worst work, not the best ones. Therefore, you have to make a big effort to make sure that in your portfolio you have really the best you can offer. Thanks. Well, welcome back. So I was saying, and it will bring down also the valuation of yourself, your reputation, because me as a design manager on the other side, and I see your portfolio and I see a sloppy work, and other work, other projects are really nice, I say, come on, did was that very costly, to go right until the end? Why were you so happy there? That means also your mentality. Maybe this guy is not that serious the way he seems to be, or that girl. So that's why your portfolio has to be really well done. Really, you have to measure your portfolio. You really have to check. You have to check, as we said the other time, the order, to make sure that the highs are always high. So I'm very emotional. I'm very happy to discover the next project. That's cool. If you can have projects and artwork that make me happy and eager to check the next project, that's perfect. It's just like the videos here on YouTube. If I make a video and after 2 minutes you are bored and you're gonna skip, it's normal. It's emotional. But if I make a video and you are interested in what I'm talking and you like the way I'm saying it, and maybe sometimes I make you laugh and in a very nice way, okay? And this it's entertaining, then you stick on my video. By the way, stick always to my videos. You stick to my video from the beginning to the end, and therefore my video will be evaluated by YouTube with a very good percentage of watching time. Same thing is portfolio, and the portfolio it's like your video. So what type of video editing will you make on your portfolio? Which means how do you organize it? Where do you cut? Where do you paste? So how many scenarios, how many projects, and how do you do it? And then check every project, which means in my case for the video, every scene, or every time I change a discussion or change something, is it still quality compared to the beginning? Okay, so if you realize that you have to redo a little bit your work because your portfolio is not exactly 100% tuned, then please take 2 months. Don't show anything to anybody. Don't send CV. Don't do anything. Just concentrate yourself on your portfolio, because in general, you get your bachelor in June. This means that after June, there will be the vacation, summer vacation in almost every country. So the managers, the lead designer, expert designers, directors, they're gonna go to vacation, and they cannot hire somebody during summer. So you already got there 2 months during which you can work on your portfolio and really make an analysis and say, okay, this project I have to take it off, or I have this project, but there are 5 pages are bad. No, I don't feel confident. Then I redo those 5 pages. So that's important. And that's like a job. It's like for me when I do my projects. If I know that my PowerPoint is not right because some slides are not clear, and I know that 20 people will look at those slides, I have to change those slides. I have to type differently. I have to change. I have to find for new image. I have to change the angle of the model. I don't know. I had to make sure that my communication and my visual communication will be very good, at a very high standard. And of course, every one of us will do that according to our possibilities. Okay, I can do the best according to what I know best to give. And the same thing for you. The most important thing is don't think that okay, who cares? It's fine. I mean, look, all those projects, they are not gonna. No, that's a better attitude. So now let's suppose that the 2 months went by, and the portfolio this time it's really ready. So what do we do? First of all, I had to tell you that some design schools, like Art Center College of Design, CCS in Detroit, IAAD and IED in Torino in Italy, Pforzheim School in Germany, Umeå University in Sweden, and I'm sure several others, they all have a sort of placement office. So the placement office is very important in those schools because what do they do? There are some people like me sometimes that I call the school and I say, hey, look, I have no time to go and visit and check on internet. Please, can you send me some CVs and some portfolios for your last class, transportation design class? Yeah, I need to. We are looking for one person. Send me the 4 or 5 best portfolios with the CV. So that office will call the students. They will make probably a selection because I cannot go over 25 or 20 portfolios, and they will send me the 4 or 5 best portfolios. I say me because I did this in the past, but other colleagues from other companies sometimes they do so. When they have very good relationship with design school, that's what can happen. Okay, this is one way. Okay, that you find without sweating, without doing anything, the school that does the job for you, because there is a request, and therefore the school has an offer to give. Okay, so the school is the mediator between you and the work and the job. But the school can also do another thing. They have also all the list of all the names to contact, the emails, the companies, the people that sponsor the projects in the past or that year. So the school has a lots of information that you might need, that you need 100%. So what you have to do, it's simply in this case, when you will be close to go out of the school, not at the very end, but few months before. That's what I did when I was in art center. You go to this placement office or to the person that it's a sort of a public relator between companies and students. Okay, companies, school, and students, and say, hey, can you give me all the information? Or where can I find all the information to have all the address, the email, the websites of the design studios? Because this information exists today. Already, if you go to cardesignnews.com, which is a wonderful website, or formtrends, okay, .com, you will find a page. You should go and check on the website, but you will find a page that says design schools or design students, students' life, something like that. You click there and you land in a new page with all the information you need. You don't have to ask me. You go there and you find everything. So you should find that. You should find that page. Probably you should print it or you should save it on your browser, okay, whether you have Firefox or Google Chrome or whatever. And then you know that you have already all the list of people to contact. Then, if you want to go and search for suppliers that have design studios, as you remember, we talked about the main design studios, the medium design studios, the smaller design studios, the freelance opportunity. Remember that video? Okay, that was a design talk about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Okay, so what happens in that case? You have to go and search on internet, and you have to find, or maybe you can talk to the school, because schools still have information of smaller suppliers that work for the car design industry. Okay, there are those that do engineering, for example, but they do engineering and design, and those could be very, very interesting for those people from India that go to master in car design and they have an engineering background because they went to engineering university before. You go in one of those companies, you can probably play a double cap. You can be the engineer of R&D, okay, research and development for new technical solutions and technological solutions, at the same time being the designer that interprets this opportunity. Okay, so there, the site. Okay, I will write the website down because some of you are asking me. The first one is this one. Okay, look, cardesignnews.com. Okay, this is the website. The other one, all right, the other one is formtrends.com. All right, so those are the two websites that you should check. You should do like me. I mean, no, I don't say every day, but you should go at least 3 times a week and check and read the articles, see the pictures, and what they offer. There is another one also, excuse me, I forgot, which is very, very good, and it's Italian. So it's very good, very has a very good connection to the Italian design world, and it's this one, car design body. Oh, sorry, car body design. I made a mistake. Car body design. Okay, the journalist is a friend of mine. Okay, so those three websites, you should always save those three websites in your browser. Okay, in the morning when you go and read the news, then click on those and check it out. Okay, because of there you find a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. All right. So anyway, let's go back. So what we were saying. So another thing you have to do, you have to use the new technology that give us a great opportunity to communicate with the world, and which is the technology, internet, of course, internet, and internet gives us several cards to play. For example, you have a portfolio. You're very good on digital, sketching and putting things together so that you can download or upload a portfolio to a website. Then why don't make your own website just for your portfolio? Don't put stupid pictures there, just your portfolio. Your website with your portfolio, where people can see your CV. They click another button and they will find your projects. They click another button, they can find your internship with pictures and stuff. Okay, you understand? Another button, there is a story of yourself. Maybe a couple of paragraphs where you explain how you became in love with this profession and what really motivated you to go to a design school, which is always an investment. Okay. Okay, good. So your website can be made for free. You don't need to spend money. You just need to do like as I did. I do lots of things for free here on internet, okay? But I go on YouTube that teach me how to download or upload a video, how to do video editing, how to connect my internet to go faster. For the website, it's the same thing. You can find websites, a company that let you for free to make a simple few pages where you can upload in a regular way, without many options, okay? But that's enough. And you can put your project, all your projects. And what happens that when you do that? That when you will write an email or you make your business card or whatever, you can put the link of your website so that people click and they land on your work. You see? This is also something that you can say when people say, yeah, okay, let's we cannot meet, there is a COVID, so how do we do? You say, well, you know what, if you want, we can have a video interview and I will show you from my own website my book and we will talk about it. That's nice. That's something very modern, very trendy today. That's how I feel. Okay, so then there is another website, which is more, I would say, professional, in my opinion, okay? Which is Coroflot. And I'm sure you know it. In Coroflot, you can find a lot of interesting stuff. Product design, architecture design, interior design, car design. And then you find also the spot for design jobs openings. So you understand, it's very nice. I mean, You can go there and you create the offer, because the offer is yourself, and you find also the request. So that's great. It's only one place. It's probably better than LinkedIn. Then there is another thing very important. You must open, if you have a very good portfolio, your LinkedIn profile. Okay? I don't know if all of you know. Some of you are already following me on LinkedIn, I know. Okay? But you have to go to this website, LinkedIn, which is very professional, only for professional stuff. Okay? So, LinkedIn is for that. Don't go in LinkedIn and start putting stupid pictures or stupid videos like on Facebook. Don't do that, because people will think that you are a phony, you are a joke, you're a clown. Okay? Mosam, what level portfolio is required for master design institute interviews? And should be a good one. Should be a good one. Not super, but at least that you know how to draw, that you have creativity, that you know how to draw in perspective, all the stuff we do on my online course. I'm preparing a lot of people that once they finish with me, they get accepted at master program in schools like SPD, for example, in Milano, or IAD in Torino. All right. Also in some Indian school like Strat College in Bangalore. Can you recommend about some good design school for masters in TD? Yes, I will tell you about this later. Even if I already said this 2 weeks ago in another video, and I wrote down all the schools. Okay. All right. But anyway, I will do this again. Don't worry. I will do this later. Okay. So we are still on the social networks communication. All right. So we said your own website that can become something very personal. Okay. I look at the website, I understand a little bit more about yourself. It's not just like a cold, it's not like a cold email. When I go on your website, I see a part of yourself, because you are expressing yourself with the graphic design, the editorial, the way you put things together, the logic, okay, of things that you did, the way you did them, and this makes me think a lot. Positive or negative, of course. It depends the way you do. Then we have Behance, Coroflot, and LinkedIn, okay? And I would say that all those three are very important. On LinkedIn, you can add also pictures according to the experience or the work experience you did. So if you, for example, you went to an internship and you have legally pictures of your internship period, you can publish them on LinkedIn. When people scroll down your profile, they go down and they go and check photos, projects, and you should put, the way LinkedIn is proposing, to put the picture and write down what is this picture about, what project was it, what internship, which company, from which day to which day you were working there. So you have to follow the instruction. If I'm not clear, go and check my profile on LinkedIn, because I have a lot of stuff published, okay, according to each experience. So you can scroll down and you can see that you discover a lot of stuff about my professional life going on my LinkedIn profile. All right? Okay. Create another Insta profile, which was Insta isn't you right? Because now I was going to talk about Instagram. Because there is a big difference between Instagram, Facebook, I don't know, other socials where you put pictures, okay? Instagram, it's really becoming a social network with which you can do business, Let me take me as an example. I use Instagram to do business of design educator. Whether I do some courses, where I bring people to YouTube so that you can watch my latest videos. I can federate people around. Uh, People see me active. I can get an invitation from a design school for a lecture. Things that before COVID I did quite a lot. Okay, I went into several design schools talking about topics like those that I treat here, Design Talk. So you see, Instagram, it's not just to be nice and show your legs when it's summertime and the sea it's in front of you and you get in suntan. It's not that. I mean, of course, it's that too, but it all depends the way you do. My profile it's Luciano Bove car designer. That's it. Like my YouTube channel. It's very rare that I put a photo with my boys, my kids, or something that is a little bit more personal. It's very rare, you know? So you can open up a specific Instagram profile in which you publish not all the work in one night, but you start feeding, you know? The way I do, for example, you see how many drawings I put on I upload on my Instagram. The same thing you have to do with excellent work. Sometimes sketches, sometimes renderings, digital stuff. So people that get involved with you will be followed by those big pages that collect good artwork. They will ask you, can you share your work on our Instagram profile where they have 50,000 people, for example. So that's another way to get noticed before you go and knock to somebody's door. I would like to tell you one thing, okay? So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, okay, is that, for example, in two cases, only in two cases, I contact directly the person that I liked on Instagram, a young guy, two young guys, young boys, one Chinese and one was European. And I told them, I know that those two companies are searching for designers, young designers like you. I think that your work can fit what they're looking for. You see, this can happen. Or can happen another thing, that I have a friend that is in China. And he's saying, I got two designers that went away. And I'm searching for a designer, young designer, a couple of young designers. But here in China, we have only one school or two schools. It's not like in Europe. I cannot go over there. In China, I have hard time in going with VPN on Instagram and stuff because here it's not allowed. There is anybody you can you can advise or you can suggest. And because I'm somebody that is always looking, on social networks about the artwork that I see, sometimes I find some really good stuff. First, I go and get information about the person, okay? And then I take the link of their page or their Behance or Coroflot portfolio and I send that via email. It's not important, but this action, okay, of saying now I write down, I send my CV, I put the PDF or the link of my website, okay, and so they have everything and they will call me. Before saying that, remember one thing that for me is very important. Don't ever contact anybody on Facebook via Messenger, or worst of all, in the comments of a picture. Hey, sir, can you see my portfolio? I want to work with you. Or can you take me to work with you? This happens to me. And not only to me. This is really bad. So sometimes I block those people because this is very annoying. First of all, if I am on Nello, ciao, un salutone da Noel. Ehi, ciao Noel! Come stai? Scusa, Nello, non avevo capito. Forza Milan, 7-0, Torino. Sorry, guys. We just talked about the Milan AC that a few days ago won 7-0 against Torino. and it was just fantastic. Just like getting drunk. Okay, so let's go back to our topic. All right, so Facebook Messenger, forget it. Don't do it. Yes. So don't do it, okay? That's one of the things. Don't do things, okay? Facebook is something where people get pissed at each other's, where people are polemic. I can put my drawing. You see on my profile, I just put drawings. I don't put anything else because I don't want to get into that debate. People talk about religion. People talk about politics. People talk about so many things, and everything so mixed together that you cannot address yourself on such a serious thing to somebody that you know it's working for a car design studio over there. No, 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 no. Don't do it. Big mistake. Friend was a message on Instagram and he just liked the message and left it like he liked that. Okay, nice. But Flavio is a nice guy. But that can be also simply that he sent you a like because he's a very polite person. You understand? You guys have to understand that the fact that the people put the little heart on they put a like, it does not mean that they are thinking of you 100%. That's what I would like you to make clear, because everybody, each one of us, we have how can I say, problems, important things to take care. Whether they are personal or work, or prepare a decent live stream like it's for me. And then if you're attacked every single day, hi, how you doing? For example, one thing I don't like, the people that would like to get in contact with me and they just send me a message saying hi and nothing else, or they just send me a sketch and nothing else. Are you wasting my time? Don't do this. Don't do this with big director, big important people. I mean, I am, how can I say, I am a design manager, and I am not some of those that are a little bit snobbish. But the ego thing, the ego factor, it's very important. Don't become very invasive with this attitude, which is not polite. You are contacting me, but please present yourself, explain yourself. Let me understand what the hell you want from me. If I can help you, I will do it. But if you do nicely, I will be very happy to do it for you. But if you just send me a sketch, it's like you throw me a sketch and say, hey, look at this. I find that very arrogant. Also because I cannot see you. I don't know with which face or with which jest you are giving that sketch to me, or you are saying hi to me. So because there is no the video, there is no emotional thing on that message, that's something you don't want to do. All right? Okay, so now let's come to the right email thing, right? Because everybody of us will write emails. And the moment you write an email, you gotta be very careful because you write. And remember, when you write, the words will not fly like the Latins used to say. Okay? The words written on paper, sent via email, written on social networks, written in comments, they're gonna stay there. And today, Google will keep them. So if you want to, hoping that somebody will forget, well, they can always come back, So you gotta be very careful. So when we write an email, first of all, to who are you addressing to? Who is the person? I suggest you not to write to VP design. For example, somebody very young like you, if I were you, I would not write to Flavio directly. Like, for example, in my company, I would not write to the big names directly because they don't have the time to take care of those things. Because they have an organization of people in which there will be some peoples that have that responsibility. Now, I know that you don't know who is the person responsible for that type of action. So you don't know, you say, well, This mister is the head of design of the whole company. I write to him. Yeah, but it's much better if you can find the right person that can be the intermediate person between you and the big name. All right, so now you have to find a person that is going to be your filter, because a filter is very important, because it's so delicate for you to go directly to an important person up there that if in a way or not, go on with your lesson. Ok, yes, I will. I move on. Ciao Amy, ci sentiamo dopo. Talk to you later. Kisses from your dad. Okay, cool. I love this incursion, family, intrusion. It was very nice. So you have to understand that if your portfolio, your first approach, in a reason or for a reason or another, it's not exactly perfect or very good, it's the filter person that can help you. Let's imagine that the filter person, hey, Jaden Lee. Yeah, my pleasure, Jaden. It's the first time I read your game. Made his father proud. Good. Yeah, it's true, Eric. Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you want to put a super chat, super sticker, or give me a tip on my PayPal link that is down here in the description, please make my day. Okay, we didn't finish yet. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you in advance. Offer me a coffee, whatever. Okay, so let's keep going. So the filter person is very important, because that filter person, it's going. Ciao, Razvan. Ciao. Welcome back. It's really the person that's gonna help you. If this person is really ciao Mello, ciao, grazie. Hey Prasad, freelance work we'll talk after. We'll talk after freelance work. Don't worry. So uh, what I was saying is that let's suppose that your book, your portfolio is very good, but something are bad the way you are making that presentation. The filter person will help you. He will tell you, hey, let's do one thing. Before we present or I present your work, can you change this and that? And he will explain. Because if they are really interested in you, or there is a good interest, they let him talk. Destracon, thank you. So it's important for the designer to have a knowledge of both interior and exterior. Yes, Malay, you should be both. Yeah, of course, exterior more or interior more. But if you're able to do both, it's always better. Okay. All right. So what's going to happen? It's going to happen that he will accompany you to make sure that everything is fine, and then he will take your work. He will take your email. He will talk to the big boss and will say, hey, look, you know what? I am in contact with this person. It sounds like it's good, but before I invite him here, because I really would like to do it, I want to share with you some of his work so that you can check and tell me if you agree or if you don't. That's how it works. That's how it is behind the scene. And to do that, don't forget that you have to add in your email your CV, but also your PDF format of your how can I say, small portfolio. I mean, not the whole portfolio, just a preview portfolio. Okay, you should put only maybe a couple of projects, some really hot shot rendering, something that makes the person very curious to see the rest. And you have to say that in your message or when you write the email. You have to write down, okay? You have to write down that I put in an X, also a small or a brief preview of my portfolio so that you can get an idea, okay, of what I've done at work, stuff like that. And design. Yeah, cool. All right. So this is about writing email. So when you write that email, don't write long. I've seen a lot of people writing very long messages. I said this already in another video. Don't do that. Why do you want to keep me reading 10 minutes? 10 minutes your email. I mean, I'm losing 10 minutes. Why should I? You see? So what I put down a little bit the volume of my telephone. Okay, now it's better. So this is something that you have to think about. Don't be naive. Okay, remember that when you go out of school and you start confronting yourself with the real business world, okay, the job world, you want to try to become as much as possible professional, even if you are not yet a professional. But you have to catch that attitude. What does it mean? I don't say that you have to put the tie, like at my tie. Besides, I love ties. So when I at work, I always am very Italian style. But anyway, what I want to say is that you have to catch that professional attitude. Therefore, use your brain. Think about how you organize yourself. Think about how you write and what you write. So, you want to write something that is short. The beginning will be, as we said last time, something just to say who you are. I'm reading you for the first time. I want to understand to who I'm talking to. Who are you? Good morning, sir. My name is, and I write this letter, this email, to present my portfolio, my preview portfolio, my objective to you. I just got graduated from this school, and my objective is to have a chance for a job interview with your company. Okay. Best regards, because that's important. Very polite form. Best regards. Your last name, your telephone, whatever, the address, whatever you want to put underneath, and that's how you do. Another way you could do it, don't write the email like that. You write it on Word, okay? Very nice letter format, very simple, okay? Like American style, okay? From to, okay? From Luciano Bove, address, telephone number, email, underneath, to Mr. Design Manager, I don't know, just Kia Design Studio, Korea, whatever, okay? All right? And then subject, okay? Job candidature, okay? Or job interview, stuff like that. So I read all that, I know who is writing to me, that is addressed to me, okay? And I know why, because it's written there. Subject is job interview, or possibility of internship, or possibility, I don't know, to have an interview, whatever. But anyway, something very short. Then you write your message. You have to write the email to a design manager or an expert designer in the company, or maybe a senior designer. And I said, don't write directly to a big, important VP design, because you risk that your stuff get lost. It's much better to have a filter, intermediate person that can help you out to make the step between you and the director that will say, yes, I want to offer the interview to check the whole portfolio and meet that person, okay? So we were talking about making a word, okay? A word, a letter, very American style, something really simple, okay? And where you write the first sentence, as I said, it's really, or this paragraph, because at the end it's going to be only one paragraph, okay? And it's going to be like who you are, and then why you are writing. I'm writing to you, sir, because I just graduated from this school, or I just got my master or my bachelor or whatever, and I would love to have a chance to make a job interview or to have the opportunity to show my portfolio to you. Hoping to hear soon from you. My best regards. Okay, comma, your name typed, address, whatever, all the information. Then you print. Listen, you print it out. So you have a print, and then you sign it with your hands. Make a nice signature. Then once you did that, you scan it. And in the email, you can write the same thing, but you can put the PDF format of that letter with your own signature, which, listen to me, it's nice. It's a nice touch. Plus your PDF of your portfolio preview, including, of course, the CV page, okay? Of course, on your curriculum vitae, this time we're going to put the links of your website, your Instagram profile, all that stuff. The same thing you will do in your letter, the same thing you will do in your email. When you will put your name, underneath your name, you can put your links. You see, this is a sort of communication cohesiveness, coherence that you should find between how you make the information, how you manage that information to give it more quality and power, to make sure that you're gonna be probably different than most of people that just sending emails with their PDF. You understand what I'm talking about? So what stream or subject I will choose engineering college? I mean, Malay, this is a question not good for now. Sorry. The CV should be creative or normal. Ishant, I always prefer creative CV, but be careful. The CV does not have to be something like fine arts, full of colors, pictures, lines. I've seen so many that are really damn ugly and makes me pissed, because I say, if you're a car designer, you should have a taste, right? A good taste. Cars are beautiful objects, therefore are done by people that understand beauty, okay, elegance. So how can you make a CV that is ugly? So you have to be very careful. You can have a white paper or a very light cold gray. Maybe you have a small logo, you have a particular type of typeface, things like that. I think most junior design positions are filled with by someone who had their internship from the company. I can find the recruitment for the junior from the job board. Is it usual way to get a job via email these days, not just internship? Yeah, definitely. Jaden Lee, we'll talk about internship just after. But anyway, internship, of course, it opens a sort of freeway, okay, to get an opportunity to get in that company. That's, of course, because you get an internship, therefore you work in that company. If we like you, we try to keep you. And in my experience, 4 people that had internship with me were hired, okay, during my years of experience. Now, sometimes we would like to hire, but we can't. And we can't because we are already full. We can't because there's no budget. You have to know that sometimes in that year we have no budget. This can happen. It's normal, Therefore, what do we do? Do we lose the guy or the girl? There are some parallel things that we can do. For example, I like X, Mr. X or Lady Y, okay? But I cannot hire this lady or this guy. But I know several suppliers that work for us, from my company or the company I represent. And maybe they have design studios. Maybe they could hire this person for a year, okay? So I can check how that person it's developing in another company that is always working for me on my project. Therefore, there is a sort of a connection. And I know that there is a good chance that once that year is passed by and maybe I have again a budget to hire somebody, I can make an offer as a company. Maybe that company will say, no, 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 we don't give it to you anymore because we keep. But anyway, the point is that that person got a job. So this is some things that can happen, okay, that they can happen between studios, between people that know each other's, or maybe I can simply say, it's too bad I cannot get this person in my studio, but I have a friend in another design studio say, hey, look, check this person. I think you might like. This can happen. All right? Opportunities. This is another thing you have to understand. Because the jobs in car design are still few compared to other jobs, on the planet. You have to make an incredible effort in having your good portfolio that is really at its best quality. That everything you do, it's really well done. That everything is checked so that well, I really think that now everything is in order. Everything is perfect. Now I can try. Also because if you try to get a job with the things you have, and there are some mistakes with that you try to contact, and they saw your portfolio because you sent by email, and they find something they don't like, you are grilled. You are barbecue. Okay? You are barbecued. They will say no. This guy, no. And if you try again after 2 months, they will still say no. This guy is in the blacklist. We already saw, and we didn't like it. You cannot write another email and say, but sir, sorry for the last time, but now I have a better portfolio. I am sure you're gonna like it. That's worse. That's worse. It's like those people that sell, rugs in the streets. Hey, I have a better rug. This one is cheaper. Buy it. You cannot do that. So you have one shot to play with everything you have: the email, the PDF, the websites, your portfolio, quality, yourself, the way you present yourself. So you have one shot for each company that you will contact. And the experience of making one interview and maybe nothing is going to happen, they will say no thank you, that's very useful to you because you will learn what it means to manage that stress, to go to talk to people that you don't know, which are highly professional in a very professional world, in a situation that you didn't know before then, and therefore it's an opportunity for you to discover already a little part of this type of interaction, and that will give you experience. And that experience, very, very important. Very important. No, Andrew, no anxiety. Don't worry, you don't have to be. I hope you'll not get anxious because of what I'm saying. The only thing I'm asking to all of you to be careful, because the thing is that car design, there are few people working in car design. Car design, but generally one shot for each company. Okay, so if with one company doesn't work, as a young fresher, you can try another one. Don't worry, no problem. They don't talk to each other. Hey, who came to visit you? No, that one is not good. Don't worry, this is not gonna happen. Never. All right. So don't worry, you can try. But there are sometimes, this is rare, but this happened to me. So I can tell you because of my personal experience. Hey, Mangas, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. So there is somebody that's trying to call me on the telephone. But it's not the moment. I'm sorry. I will answer later. So basically, what happened to me when I was in Fiat in I would say it's 20 years, 21 years, and now I am in Renault. It happened 4 years before. So 25 years ago, I wanted to change, okay? Because after so many years, I was after 6 years of Fiat, I told myself, Luciano, now it's time that you change. And I will explain in another video, okay, in another design talk, why it is important, okay? But don't ask me for that now. So I said, yes, I have to try. And I start trying, of course. Like you, huh? I had my portfolio, which was with the experience because I had some projects, but still I had to work on my portfolio. Still, I was missing some renderings. So at home in the evening, I was sketching, I was making renderings, I was doing things, you know. And then after a month and a half that I had everything ready, I made a preview portfolio. I printed. At that time, we did not have yet email, all that stuff. And I made a nice letter with a CV and a presentation letter in English, and I sent it to a company. I won't tell you the company right away. So after 1 month, the company wrote a letter to me saying, "Thank you, we appreciate your work, your letter and stuff, but we are sorry, we don't think that your style is fitting our design philosophy." So basically, I am between quotes a good designer, but the way I design is not good for that brand. Okay, I said, too bad because I really like that company. 3 years later, a friend of mine, because when you work, you meet a lot of people into the design world, not just designers, but also modelers, people that are that have a company, suppliers company that work for designers, and they hear things, and sometimes some people can come to you and say, "Hey, you know what? I know that this company is searching for design manager." I said, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, and I think that somebody like you is perfect for them." I said, "Okay, but do you have the name of the person?" He said, "Yes, I do." "Okay, give it to me," because that person was making a model in the company of that company. Okay, there was a model making company, and I was friends with that guy because he was also managing a project for me in Fiat in the same company. And those companies they are separated, so there is maximum secrecy. That's 100%. But when we are between friends, they can tell you, "Hey, I heard that there is a news, you know." So what happened? That I tried again to different person. I implemented my portfolio with some new stuff because after 2 years we have new projects, so I could add few extra pictures. I took off those that were too Fiat because the company was the same one as the one I tried before. So I said, they're gonna say no, but I'm gonna try anyway. I don't care. But I will remember what they told me. They told me that I was not fitting too much their design philosophy. Okay, then let's change things a little bit. So I went to check again their brand's design, their cars, and I made few new sketches and few renderings. And this time all done by hands because we did not have Photoshop at the time. And I told myself, I had to do something more like an interpretation of what they are doing, not what I know how to do today for Fiat. And that's what I did. And that time it worked. And that's what I'm working since today. Okay? So you see, this can happen. But it happened because, number one, I made the experience with somebody very nice that after became friend. They told me, I explained to you why you are not fitting our design philosophy. So I understood that. That made me fail. But as we say, when you fail, you learn. And when I that kept in my mind, I said, Luciano, the next time you try another company, I don't know, VW, BMW, whatever, be very careful about this comment fitting our design philosophy. Because maybe your portfolio was too much Fiat. They are not looking for the same things, or better. They are looking for your interpretation of their brand's future development, which is another thing. So your creativity, your skills, and see how you can adapt with thanks to your experience to something that you don't know yet, and see if they find something interesting. So that was the key point. Okay, you put the conditions for things to happen. That's a good thing. You create the conditions for things to happen. That's important. But at the same time, that little help, that little tip, open up the opportunity for me, and that's where I'm working today. Per ogni brand. No, non un portfolio per ogni brand. You don't need a portfolio for each brand. You need a portfolio that that is versatile. If you want to go and try BMW, the portfolio that you have will have main projects that are what you're done in school, whatever you want. But then there are some projects that you can interchange, all right, and put some that look more like BMWs rather than Mercedes. Or you can put others that are more looking like Mercedes rather than BMWs, or like electrical startup type of supercars, and not. But you don't do that for a mass production company interview that makes city cars, because if you show only supercars, okay, bravo, very nice. What do I do with this? I want to understand how I can project myself through your work to solve the problem in my company. Because if I'm looking for somebody, because in my company I need more creativity, I need different type of creativity, right? So you have to understand how versatile your portfolio has to be. Okay, Andrea, I hope I answer clearly to your question. 12 styles. But no, the styles, be careful, Destracon, because style intended as a design of a car, or styles in terms of how you sketch. Because if you do sketches and they are all different, the technique and the things, the way you do, that I don't know who did this and who did that I don't know that you did all of them, because I cannot see a style of yours, that's not good either. Probably we should have portfolios for every continent, curvy like Italian or sharp like Korean. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because a sharp like Korean, it looks like Germans. So I think that don't be obsessed with that. You should just, in terms of car design, okay, then in that case, I agree with you. But the styles have to be different according to what you think should be the future trend. Because don't forget that if I'm looking for a new designer, I'm looking for somebody that will give a different interpretation of my brand. You understand? So I don't expect somebody that comes in my company as the new designer, and then he makes restylings of what we do already. That's useless. And especially at the beginning of the first years, I will try to make him work on creative projects to see if he cuts, if he gets out of the cylinder hat, the beautiful rabbit, the magic trick, and we all say, wow, this is perfect for the show car, and this is perfect for the production car, for, I don't know, the front grille, the lights, whatever, ok? Sì, perfetto, quindi mi impaggino magari un paio di progetti qua. Bravo Andrea, bravissimo, hai capito tutto. Perfetto. You got it. You understood. Perfect. Okay, so this is as I said, this is the part dedicated to when I write an email. I send. I got my answer. Okay, good. I send my stuff, etc. Now let's talk a lot about the internship. We already talked about a little before, but internship is very important. sometimes I remember in school I saw some like ex-classmates, not the most brilliant ones, but they say, "Yeah, okay, but go to internship. I will get my bachelor 6 months later because then there is a vacation. I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna just get my bachelor so that in less than 3 years, on 3 years, perfect, I will be out." That's wrong, because it's not important that you add 6 months of your age to get a bachelor. What is more important is the experience you make in an internship, even if it's not a super hot internship experience, because you are not going to do something that goes into production or on a concept car. It's a learning experience, and it's your CV, because your curriculum vitae wants to have internship with a name, especially good brand, on exterior with few photos or some interesting work that you can keep. And that's also a great opportunity to show to a real professional environment your qualities. Then you go eat lunchtime with those designers. You become friends. So you start getting new friends that this time they are not students' friends or school friends. They are professionals' friends. And even if the company will not take you, maybe you can call the one with who you are more in confidence and say, "Come on, you are a professional designer, you know other designers. Can you give me an address, a name, somebody to help me, because I'm ready with my portfolio." Do you understand? That's called networking. So you have to construct your networking, and you start doing this in school. Because when you have a sponsored project and you have a company that comes in that sponsor your project, so it comes in with a design manager, some designers to check your clay models before a final presentation, you meet people. That's the first time you meet people. But the first time you meet people in the real professional world is also your teachers, because some of them are real designers working in design companies. Therefore, if you are good, they are the first one that will observe your work, that have how can I say, a very good position to anticipate, the opportunity to get spotted. So when you get into a design school, you get into a lots of opportunity to get into networking, professional networking, to construct that networking. And you have to be smart enough. You don't have to be arrogant. You don't have to be annoying. You don't have to, to make people desperate, because you are always, asking, "Hey, did you see my stuff? Do you think, what do you think? Can you give me a feedback?" And if you do that, people are going to hate you. But you have to learn how, in what type of relationship you can, little by little, with humble, okay, with humility, being humble, how you can construct that with the time, so that by the time you get out the school, you already have some references. Okay, so we are still 40, 42. Wow, a lot of people. I'm very, very happy. Okay, you are 18 years old. Great. So you have the age to go to a car design school, which is whether it's going to be university or college. All right. Now, if I think that you are from India, Malay, you said to me before. Yeah. Okay, Ishan, ciao. See you on Tuesday. Don't miss that. Thanks. In India, we really don't have a choice. But in India, you have about school. No, not true, because you have a Strat College in Bangalore, and that one, I think it's a good choice to do something that is a car design school and not going to engineering. To be honest, that's what I'm saying to everybody. A little bit complicated. If I show my project to a car company, the project should be Sketch or Photoshop. Both of them. Malay, both of them. Because as I said, it's very important that your portfolio shows the way you think. And the way you think, it comes only through your freehand sketches. As I always say, freehand sketches are extremely important, especially at the beginning of each project. So you have to decide the ratio, how many you put, okay? How many Photoshop digital work, how many pictures your models, and all that stuff. That's how you have to do. And then you have to be very careful to make sure that the quality of your freehand sketches matches the good quality of your digital work, or vice versa. Means that between the different type of sketching or artwork representation, there is not a disparity between them. That they all look like they're very professional, the same level, through which I can read your style, which means that you have a style in terms of sketching, the way you sketch your cars, the way you use technique. For example, my sketching style, it's very, very clear. You look at my Instagram profile, and you will see all my sketches. Then you compare with Berk or with the Michele or with John's work or I don't know who else. And we are all excellent designers because I am a little bit excellent. And we all have a good style, but the style is different because it's very personal. I have no idea, timeless. Master signation institution of design, I have no idea. For me, master has to be in those schools in which you have transportation design discipline taught by transportation designers. That's the only one. Unless if you have to spend money, you waste your money. Like to show you a very nice goodbye. Okay? Just a second. And there you go. Okay? Bye.